Hey everyone, welcome back. Bronze Dragon here saying, hey, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate the time you spend with me. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the newly revised free-to-play Splinterlands experience. I was trying to think there for a minute really slowly exactly the way I wanted to state it. But I've been playing Splinterlands for more than 3 years now. And it's easy to be playing a game for quite a while and get used to the game, but lose sight of what it actually means to be a brand new player in a game. So the development team put a lot of work into the game over the last year at improving what it means to and what it looks like to be a new player and start playing. Bring down some of the hurdles, make it easier to get into the game and start playing, etc. So before we jump in, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. And to all those who are subscribing and check out my videos on a weekly basis, I appreciate it. Okay, and one other thing, if you watch this video and it intrigues you, piques your interest, you want to start playing Splinterlands, please use my ambassador code. It's in the show notes. It gets me a little bit, keeps me going. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, with that said, what I've done is I've created a brand new account here, okay? And I'm jumping in. The first thing at the top that they want you to do is watch the tutorial, which I did, and we're going to take a look at here in a minute. The next quest is play a match, and then the quest after that is unlock a spellbook. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and watch the tutorial. Okay, before we jump into the tutorial, just a shout out to Alt Moon Fox who created the tutorial. They actually ran a contest last month, maybe a month and a half ago, to create a very short and concise tutorial to get you up and running really quickly. This was a really well put together video, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and include it here. So let's jump in.
Welcome, Battle Mage, to Splinterlands. A realm where strategy meets magic, and every decision shapes your destiny. Prepare to embark on a thrilling journey of wit and cunning.
All great artwork.
Shall we begin? To set forth into battle, select the modern format. This format focuses on the two most recent card sets, where cards are more readily available, ensuring your strategies remain both
currently
sharp
that's
and
Rebellion and Chaos Legion.
When you're ready, click Battle, and you'll be matched with a worthy opponent. Once an opponent is found, the match begins screen appears, revealing the essential tools to prepare for the duel ahead. The rule set, special conditions that shape the battlefield, from intriguing twists on abilities.
And as you go up in level, you get more and more restrictions.
The mana cap, the maximum limit for the combined cost of your chosen cards. The available splinters, the elemental factions you may command in this encounter. Take a moment to study your opponent's recent skirmishes. These insights might provide the crucial edge you need to outmaneuver them.
Definitely.
But beware, the clock is ticking.
Yeah, you don't have much time to put together your hand.
Create team. Now, it's time to assemble your forces. Begin with your summoner, the cornerstone of your strategy. Your summoner determines your elemental alignment, often granting unique advantages to your units, and, at times, imposing disadvantages upon your opponent. Some summoners also possess tactics abilities, which can dramatically alter the course of battle. When selecting your units, keep the following in mind. Mana cost. Tailor your choices to the given mana cap. In high mana matches, deploy your most powerful cards. In low mana matches, focus on cost-effective units, or consider fielding a smaller specialized lineup. Attack type. Ranged, magic, or melee. Each excels under specific rule sets and attack type restrictions. Speed. The speed of a unit determines how quickly it attacks, often deciding the outcome of critical exchanges.
Speed is always good.
Armor absorbs damage from melee and ranged attacks but offers no protection against magic.
Well, not always. Not in reverse
Health.
speed rule set.
Position units with higher health, where you expect the brunt of your opponent's assault. Abilities. These are your game changers, such as Sneak, which targets your opponent's backline, or Heal, which keeps your frontline resilient. Look for units with symbiotic attributes that amplify one another's strengths and offset weaknesses. Use filters to streamline your search, narrowing options by mana cost, attack type, or specific abilities.
Got to use the filters. It makes picking your cards a lot quicker.
to craft a team that's both cohesive and versatile. And remember, positioning is crucial. Place your tank in the front to absorb damage, while protecting ranged and magical attackers at the rear. However, keep an lookout for your opponent's sneak and opportunity cards. These can devastate an unprotected backline. Every choice matters. Press battle to deploy your team. With your team assembled, the stage is set on the battle screen. Here, your strategy unfolds automatically. Each move and counter-move dictated by the choices you've made. What you'll see includes the ability to hover over cards to reveal all the attributes they've acquired during the battle, and the impact these have on the unfolding conflict. Sit back and savor the drama as your strategy unfolds. Each decision, from the summoner you chose to the placement of your lineup, will decide whether you claim victory or take away invaluable insights for the battles ahead. Building an effective deck is an art form. Experiment with different summoners and units to uncover powerful synergies. Observe the cards your opponents deploy most effectively and adapt accordingly. For those eager to gain an edge, consider the one-click rental system, allowing you to rent cards at a low cost.
It's definitely made it a lot easier.
This feature, found under Market, Set Rentals in the main menu, is perfect for testing strategies or competing at higher levels without committing to purchases. And there you have it, Battle Mage. You are now equipped to master the art of Splinterlands. May your strategies be sound, your victories swift, and your legacy unforgettable. We'll see you on the battlefield.
Okay, that was a nice, short, concise way to explain how to play Splinterlands. You've got a card game here. You've got a number of colors you can pick from, each called Splinters. Each have their own strengths and weaknesses, plus you have neutral, which is very strong in and of itself because in most hands it can be used, depending upon the rule sets. That's the limiting factor when you play each hand. You're going to be presented, like the video said, with there's a number of mana you can use for your hand. And then the rest is going to be limiting factors on what you can pick. Like sometimes they're going to rule out splinters, that you can't use splinters. They're going to give certain rule sets that basically explain what it means. Oh, you can't do this. You can do this. This type of damage gets extra damage. This kind of damage is mitigated, etc. So let's go ahead and jump in and play a game. So I'm going to go up here to the play a match, and it's looking for a match for me. This should be interesting. Okay, so what we have here is we have basically a standard match. There's no specific rules. We have 34 mana we can use, and we can use all the different splinters. And we can see that my opponent has recently played a number of different splinters: red, fire, life, and death. So I don't really have anything to go on there. I have a little bit less than 3 minutes to go ahead and create my team. It's showing me these pointers as I go by. So okay, so let's go ahead and you know what? I'm going to pick water because water in Chaos Legion is pretty strong. It's all along the way. It's showing me some pointers. I have 34 mana to use. So the first thing I usually pick out is a tank, and I know the Demon Shark is a pretty good tank. Now, after that, we're going to take a look at what magic and range cards I have available, because I'm going to set some of those up. Actually, let's look at... Deep Lurker is a good card as well. It has a power called Opportunity, which makes it so this can target the enemy unit with the lowest health. So that's a good card. Let's look at, once again, range and magic, and it is basically letting us use all level 1 cards at this point as free to play. So let's go in with the Kulu Swim Hunter, and I will actually put the Deep Lurker in front. This is a positioning where you're picking where the position of the cards you're going to be using. Let's go ahead and put Angelic Mandarin there as well. Let's see if I can do... Okay, so Merdali Guardian has heal, so that's a strong... I'm going to place that behind the Deep Lurker. I have 4, 5, 6 more mana I can use, so I'm going to sort by 6, and it looks like I have 6 mana left, so I can use the Supply Runner. And we'll position it like here. There's a lot that goes into picking the positions of your cards. So we're just looking at the basics here. Let's go ahead and battle and see what happens. Okay, at this point, the match has already been decided. Okay, you picked your cards, you submitted your battle, and the computer worked through the computations and figured out who won. Now, on this side, we can go ahead and play the battle and see how it went, basically. So let's look at my opponent. Whereas I went in with Kelly Frendall, which gives +1 armor and +1 speed, they went in with Thaddeus Brood, which gives -1 magic and -1 health. Immediately, you can see where strategy comes in, because if you looked at your opponent before you started the match and you see that they used magic a lot, guess what? Thaddeus Brood would be a good choice, because that's a limiting factor on their magic damage. It would cut down on their magic damage. Okay, so there's a lot of synergies between these cards like that, and there's a lot of strategy. Okay, so he went in with Cursed Wendigo, which is a great upfront tank because it has a power called Thorns. Every time it gets hit, it returns 2 damage to the monster that hit it. In the second place, they have Shadow Snitch, which has reach. And then we have Carrion Shade, we have Riftwing, we have Crypt Beetle, and we have Silent Shavi, also a great card. So I'm not feeling so great about this this hand, but let's go ahead and battle. Now we can also choose to speed up the match as well, because if you do it on 1 speed, it goes pretty slow. Oh, that's good. I got rid of the Cursed Wendigo. This is looking pretty good for me then. If we can take out this Riftwing. Okay, looks like I got this wrapped up. Now, here we are on the battle results page, okay? And this gives you a lot of information. First of all, it tells me the fact that I rose by 20 points in my rank for playing in Modern, okay? Whenever you win, you receive a certain amount of points. This helps you rise up the rankings, okay? Then it tells me that I won 33 glint. Now, glint are tokens or points that you amount, and they are in-game. They're just points in-game that you can use to buy cards, buy chests, and we'll cover that later or in another episode. But this is basically what I'm earning off of playing. I'm earning glint so I can turn around and play cards and strengthen my deck, and continue, through the investment of your time and effort. Then you can go ahead and increase the strength of your deck and get better. Okay. And then it tells you that we have the little SPS icon. You can earn SPS, but the first step that on the way to earning SPS is to go ahead and buy a spell book, which they're encouraging you to do. I believe it's $10. We can take a look at that. But you can see that you get a number of things out of winning a match, even when it's free to play. Okay, we just talked about glint, so let's look at the glint shop. Okay, if you come in the rewards box, you can see that I won 33. And I can go to the shop, okay? Now, I don't have enough glint to buy anything at this point, but you can see the minimum purchase. Let's see, a common draw is 150 glint. A gold foil common draw is 3,500. A minor chest is 200. And there are some other things here as well that you can buy to strengthen your deck, make your deck stronger so you can field a better team and win more matches, okay? So, I think as I start out, probably the one I would be shooting for are my common and rare draws. But as you can see, 30 points at a time, it's going to take a while. But as you rise in levels, then you can earn more and more glint. Okay, let's play another match. My rating is 20, and I'm in the wood tier. This previously was called Novice, but they just changed it to Wood, and the tiers go up from there. Let's go ahead and let's just do another battle. Okay, we've got a standard rule set. We've got 22 mana we can use, and once again, we can use all of the different splinters. I can see that my opponent has been using life quite a bit, so I believe that I will turn around and I will use So life gives +1 to range. I don't have one of these summoners that I can use that gives me -1 to range, but I do have one that would give -1 to health. So let's go ahead and jump in with Thaddeus Brood and Death. So let's go up front with Cursed Wendigo, great front tank. Once again, it's throwing all kinds of hints and tips at me. So yes, you can hover over the special symbol, and that will tell you what the power of that card is. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Cursed Wendigo, and then behind that, I want to go in with, I don't have too much mana. Let's go with a Soul Strangler, a Supply Runner, and then I have, what do I have in over here? I have 3 mana left. So let's go in with the Life Sapper. Life Sapper increases health and max health by 50% of damage dealt. Okay, so that increases its health as it gives puts out more damage. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that away, and I'm going to go in with Shadow Snitch. You can see how as you start putting these hands together and start thinking through it, you can oftentimes run all the way down to the minimum of time left, but you need to get your team in before that timer goes off. So I believe, let's see, I've got 2, I've got 5. Let's go in with Silent Shavi, and that'll be it. Okay, so my opponent also went in with the Cursed Wendigo and the Shadow Snitch. And the reason why we put the Shadow Snitch in the second is because it has a power named Reach, which means that any card with Reach power can attack from the second position. So we're lined up the same way there, but he backed that up with a Carrion Shade and a Riftwing, whereas I went in with the Silent Shavi and the Soul Strangler. So let's see who wins. Okay, I took out his Wendigo. And this will be another win for me. So as we can see, I won 20 glint, I won 33 glint, and I went up 20 points in standing. Okay, I want to keep this video kind of short because I'm going to do a number of these. The next step in the line for a brand new player would be that they're going to want you to buy the spellbook. So let's go ahead and click on the buy spellbook. Now what this does is it costs $10. You can choose to pay with PayPal, just straight out of your bank account or whatever. You can use Venmo. But basically, after you've played a few games, free-to-play mode really, to me, is just aimed at, getting your feet wet, figuring out if you like the idea of the game. The next step would be obviously buying the spellbook for $10. Purchasing a Summoner's Spellbook allows you to harness the elemental magic contained within its pages. Each spellbook comes with a 30-day battle reward boost and 3,500 credits. That can be used to rent a full set of cards. Spellbook holders can compete in tournaments, list items on the market, and earn even better rewards. Now, something we haven't talked about yet is how to earn actual rewards in the game other than glint, okay? And this is the first step to it. Now, your $10 gets you 3,500 credits, which is $3.50. If you bought it with money, it would be $3.50 worth of credits that you can turn around in the game, and you can buy cards, you can rent cards, you can buy and rent a number of different things in the game with credits. And you get a full set of cards to use at level 1. So you will have many, many more cards at your disposal than you would as free to play. Sorry, brain fart. And that broaches on the next topic I want to talk about. One of the big things that I go over in on my videos is trying to let especially new players know the value in getting into a guild when you get into the game. Now, first of all, even if you're not too social, getting into the guild, you can get a lot of help from the people that have been playing from Splinterlands from a long time. I know a lot of players will loan out cards to you. There's a system in game where I can take and I can loan out cards to you without just actually giving them to you. I can loan them to you so you can use. But one of the big systems you get access to in the game is called the Brawl system. And what this is this is a weekly event where your guild fights other guilds, okay? And you can get in and you can select a battle, which is called a fray in this instance, and you can choose what level, and there's some different degradations of what types of battles go on at different levels with different sets of cards, etc. And you can pick where you fit in. Obviously, you start out down low and work your way up as time goes along. But as you go ahead and participate in these battles, whether obviously, it behooves your guild if you win, because the guilds get more points and more reward, and you, in the end, get more reward for placing higher. Your participation is the paramount, because as long as you participate, you have a chance. You will take home something as far as rewards go, and that builds up over time. So we've talked about glint. Well, in Brawls, you are rewarded a slightly different way. We can go up to the Brawl Rewards button, and you can see that you are giving a certain amount of merits depending upon how your guild places that week, as well as how many matches, or it's really dependent upon how many matches your guild overall has won during that battle. So, or during that brawl. So it's better if everybody wins more, obviously, you know. So, participating in the brawl, you win merits, which you can turn around and buy a certain type of card pack with. More cards, better cards, increased power. These cards are very strong. You also get SBS, which is a token within the game, which is one of those things that we're going to talk about in a further episode, but it represents an investment into the game. So if you want to earn off the game, you have to put some into the game. So that's what SPS is. So you can get in for just a minimal amount, start fighting your brawls, earn SPS, and turn around and stake that SPS. It's like taking that SPS and putting it into a bank account right here. And as time goes along, that builds up and it increases what you earn. And as you can see, the guild overall also earns guild crowns, which are used to advance your guild in other ways. So we're not going to dig deep into that. As a free-to-play player, my main point here is that if you jump in and you play in a few matches and you're like, hey, I like this game, then you should search out and apply to a guild and get into the guild. Now, you won't be able to compete in the brawls until you buy your spell book or until you buy some cards to play with or rent some cards. So that is the chief limitation there. But, you know, in the big picture of things, you should know whether you want to go ahead and play the game within, you know, half a dozen matches, right? Okay, I jumped in and I played some more matches. I don't know, it was probably 6 or 8 more matches I had to win to advance through wood to bronze 3. And here we get one of these screens in between each level you battle through. So it says, congratulations, you've clawed your way up through Wood League and have advanced to Bronze, where you'll earn more glint. The key to unlocking a trove of treasures is our reward shop, such as exclusive cards, potions, merits, and more, which we had just talked about. Plus, here's what I wanted to include here. When you go up a level, you also get some chests, and these could have random items in it. They have random items in it. They could be cards, they could be potions, they could be a number of different things. Let's go ahead and check out what I got in my potion or my chests. Cross our fingers. Okay, what I need on this account is cards. Okay, let's see what I get here. Merits. A legendary potion charge. And 1 card, and it's a common card, Giant Alpine Skink. But at this point in my my journey, I'm free to play. Any cards are good cards. We'll talk about in a further episode what the potions are for. Merits are used to save up and buy Gladius cases, which is a specific set of cards. Very strong, but that's what those are for. Now that I'm in Bronze 3, another component to the game comes into play, energy. Now, 1 energy is recouped for every hour of the day. So this is a limiting factor on how many battles you can perform in the day. You start out with 50, but as you burn them down, you only recoup 1 per hour. However, you can go in and you can buy extra energy as well. So it's a balanced system where the more you want to play, at a certain point you can play free, but at a certain point you have to pay for that. So let's go ahead and jump into a Bronze 3 battle. Moving up in rank makes the matches a little bit more complicated and a little bit spicier. They throw a little bit more at you. Okay, so in this case, we have just a standard match again. We have 43 mana cap, and we can pick from any of the splinters. I can see that my opponent mostly plays death. So with that in mind, since death it gives -1 to magic, I wouldn't want to, in most cases, concentrate on magic damage. So let's go ahead and go in with Kelia. You can see that that card that I earned by buying with my glint is there. Let's go ahead and go in with a Demon Shark backed up by a Flying Squid. At this point, we don't have too many cards to pick from, but when you get the spell book, you have a lot more cards to pick from. Let's get the Deep Lurker. He has that opportunity power. Murdali Guardian's always good for healing. Let's go ahead and throw in the Giant Alpine Sea. This does not really work well. It's a very strong card, and I've got a lot of mana to use, but you know what? Let's go ahead and throw in the Disintegrator, because the Disintegrator has Demoralize, which is -1 melee power for all enemy units. We'll put him in the back, and we'll throw in some damage. Actually, you know what? I need more damage. So I'm going to put Supply Runner here, and I'm going to put Kulu Swim Hunter, because both of these are doing range damage. I leave a fair amount of mana on the table not used, but I don't have a whole lot of cards to pick from. So let's go ahead and battle and see how this turns out. Okay, so yes, once again, they went in with, like I foretold, they went in with black, which is -1 magic to -1 health. So let's go ahead and see how this battle plays out. Okay, I took down his tank. This is a good thing. He's got a strong card in the back here. He's got 2 strong range cards in the back here, so I'm kind of worried about those. I love the healing effect from Murdali Guardian. That can, healing is very good to include in most hands. Okay, so I won this. Once again, I won 33 glint, and I moved up another 20 points. Okay, flash forward a few more battles. We'll take a look at how much energy I've spent after this, but now I just unlocked Bronze 2, so let's see what kind of rewards I get here. Another 3 chests, So let's go ahead. I do have 1 legendary potion I can use, which increases my odds on cards to get a legendary, but I'm going to save that right now, so I'm not going to use that up. And cross our fingers. Let's see what we get here. Some more merits, another potion, and 1 card. So I'm wondering if this is kind of the setup here. Some merits, a potion, and a card. But this will help me out because it gives me another range card in water. So we can see that I've spent 10 energy so far to go from Bronze 3 to Bronze 2. I think I lost, well, you can actually see, this is what we're looking at. So this shows you the last 20 matches. So I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 matches out of 20, which is not too bad. But as you go up, you get into tougher and tougher matches. So let's go ahead and do another battle. Okay, see the rules of combat here in this match. You cannot summon units with ranged attacks. And they've taken away death, so we cannot use death. I have 28 mana to use. I think I'm going to go in with the standard melee type setup. Let's go in with the Demon Shark backed up. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and go in with the Demon Shark. I want a Deep Lurker. I know I want my healing We have 7 mana left. Maybe throw in some... Oh, range attack is out. So let's throw in some magic damage. I have 3 mana left. Actually, let's do this. Let's see if I can fit this in. Okay, so let's change that around. Let's put Flying Squid in second. I have 3 mana left. Perfect, just enough for my healing and battle. Okay, they went in with magic, so let's go ahead and battle and watch who wins. I think they might have me on this one. Yeah. So when you lose, or when you win, you gain points. When you lose, guess what? You lose points as well. So this will cause you to fluctuate in a level. You can't just like charge through and not expect to not get knocked back a little bit. So basically, I lost the 20 points I made from the last match. Let's go ahead and do another battle. Okay, we've got a standard match. We've got 38 mana to use and all of the splinters. And I am going to go in with magic. Magic is pretty strong, especially I've got plenty of mana up there. I'll throw my Select Slip Spawn in the front. Healing with the Goblin Psychic. A little bit more magic damage and a lot of speed with Regal Periton. It's also hard to hit because it has flying. What else we're going to do here? Let's throw in the Venari Scout, which has opportunity. Throw that in. Let's actually put that in front of the Regal Periton. We have 11 mana left. Let's throw in some more range damage. Actually, let's replace that. Since we're getting plus to magic from Obsidian, let's go ahead and go in with another magic card. And we have 7 mana left. Yeah, let's go ahead and just put in the range because that'll fill up our use the rest of our mana and get us a little bit more damage. Okay, so our opponent, that is, also went in with magic. So let's see who won this. Who made the better run? Looks like he did. Let's see. He put a secondary tank in there. Okay, so I've been playing about an hour and a half, and it's just been an up and down battle. I'd win some, lose some, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one. As you can see, I'm at 25 energy. So I've played 25 matches in a row. What's that got me? Well, guess what? I earned the chest for advancing to Bronze 2, but guess what? I'm back to Bronze 3, and that's what can happen in this game. You get knocked around a little bit, but if you'll notice, in the process, I've gotten 2 sets of 3 chests and got some various items, including 2 cards. Plus, if you notice that in my rewards box here, I have 770 glint. And there's a reason why I played to that level, because I wanted to take you over here to the shop if the page would load. For some reason, it's not loading tonight. Had to refresh. It takes 750 to get a rare card, and that's what I wanted to do. So I think a rare card would really help this account out. So let's go ahead and buy a rare card. Now, whenever you do one of these rarity draws, you can pick out the rarity. You don't know which card that's going to be, but I know it's going to be a rare. So let's go ahead and confirm. And then open it up. Drybone Megalodon. Okay, so this is a shark. This is clearly a tank to put up front. 3 melee damage, 2 speed, 3 shield, and 6 health, and comes with the power of flank. When in the first position, the unit in the second position gains reach, which is really nice. So what we've accomplished here, let's check out the items I have. You can see that the cards, these are the 3 cards I've earned in my play tonight for about an hour and a half, burning through about 25 energy. So as you can see, when you play this game, it's just a matter of continuing to play. As you continue to play, you get some cards, you get some other things here and there, and they gradually build up to make the account stronger. So your play is stronger as you go along. Now, What do I think? Well, I think that this is just a stepping stone, right? And that's what it's meant. This free to play is not meant to get in and stay there for a long time. It's meant to get in there, play some matches, figure out whether you like the idea of the game, then spend $10 on the spell book, which is a pretty low cost to get in and start playing a game. Now, I'm not going to make this, and this video ended up being longer than what I expected it was going to be, but I wanted to give you a good idea of what getting into the game looked like, playing some matches, what you got out of the matches, and kind of give you an idea of the progression of the game. Now, there's a lot of other stuff to this, and we'll cover that in another video, but I wanted to get you started. Once again, if you want to start playing, please use my code in the show notes. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments section. We've got a lot of people that have been playing Splinterlands for years. If I can't answer the question, one of them will probably be able to. Now, also, on Saturday mornings, we have my Saturday morning stand-up live stream. That occurs at 11:30 Eastern Time, and it goes till 12:30 most times. Sometimes we go over a little bit, depending upon how rowdy the discussion gets and if we got a lot to talk about. But we talk about several different things, but one of the main topics we talk about is Splinterlands, what's been going on in the game, and any hot topics people want to discuss. So hopefully I'll see you there. Otherwise, you know, if there's anything you would like a video concentrating on as far as the new player experience, you're jumping in and you have some questions, let me know in the comments. I appreciate it, and I'm glad to see everyone. I hope everyone's got their year off 2025 to a good start. So once again, this has been Bronze Dragon. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, and hey, I hope I'll see you in Splinterlands.